Dear sons and daughters of planet Earth, I am Sananda. Once again, it is with great joy that I come to be with you. I can't say that my heart is celebrating, but I also can't tell you to lose hope or faith. Each project, each job, that we have to carry out, always brings with it stones, obstacles, barriers in the way. Not that that is a determination of Father or Mother God. Father or Mother God, in truth, would like you not to suffer, not to feel pain, not to be in any kind of need. However, each step taken in the existence of each soul generates energy. This energy is circular, it is generated and returns, at a later time, to whoever generated it. This is the balance of this world. To every action there will always be a reaction, this is how learning happens. Many of you think, I guess I didn't learn anything. Still, I have so many problems, so many defects. What has my soul actually learned? And then I answer the following: you have evolved a lot. And what is evolution? Evolution is precisely the perception that something can be improved, and that if something done was not good, it needs to no longer be repeated, or let's say, prohibited from being carried out. When you watch films from long ago, what do you see? Unmeasured violence. Then many will tell me that the violence continues. I agree, but not to that extent. Today, only those who failed to learn the right thing still practice it. The vast majority of you know that killing is wrong. Some even have a desire, which energetically speaking is the same thing. But you follow laws, which today make your world livable and balanced. So how come there was no evolution? You don't need to look at very old incarnations, look at your own time, go back in time, 100 years. What was your life like? And what is it today? No, here I am not stating that everything that exists today is good, I am commenting on the evolution of the human race. Everything you created for your well-being, to help you with your tasks. I'm not here saying whether it's good or bad, I just want to show the evolution. You cannot deny that you have evolved, is very. We can only say that it is an evolution that aims only at the pleasure of the body, not the soul. The soul was left aside. Ah yes, you have the religions, these religions only separate, do not aggregate, discriminate, point the finger. So where is the treatment of the soul there? There is not. So, you have evolved to have more and more dependence on ephemeral pleasure and pleasure that brings harm to the body, but you have evolved. The role of women today in this world is returning to that role defined by Father or Mother God. There is no longer the submission that there was until recently. But unfortunately this also came with an imbalance, because the burden was too much for women. So there is still a lot to learn in your world. Have you evolved in the right way? No, but they have evolved. We can clearly see this evolution. The only really worrying point is that you are returning to that excessive violence of previous times, where there was no love, no respect, there was only power, there was only the decision of a single human being, where he could order his armies to march to destroy thousands of other people. And the war was hand to hand. Who won? I would say no one, because both sides lost. It could be that one side declared itself victorious, but whose victory really was it? Victory would be if he fought and didn't lose any soldiers, but this didn't happen. So this feeling of power, of being behind a desk giving orders and sending others to the battlefield, continues to this day. Only now, you no longer kill hand to hand, you kill with weapons, extremely powerful weapons that easily destroy thousands of people. And it is in this sense that his humanity was placed. All our actions are armed. Everyone can benefit from a supposed incentive to defend their territory. What territory? Nobody owns anything, but greed, the power to declare ownership of the place and the people, makes you go to war. And the entire planet is breathing this feeling again. Only, not everything is what it seems. In the past, in very distant times, information about war took a long time to be proclaimed throughout all regions. Today you can see in real time what is happening, and of course this makes the war much more violent and much more damaging. Not just because of what you are seeing, but because of the energy that is emanated by those images that are shown. Don't believe everything you see. A lot of things that are reaching the rest of the world are lies, they already happened a long time ago, they are just being repeated so that all of humanity grows in fear of a new world war. And this is already being encouraged by the news. So I will refresh your minds. When I decided that we would free this planet from those who had this intention a long time ago, it was exactly with this objective, to prevent the planet from being destroyed and you from succumbing. Remember that? Why was there intervention on planet Earth? Firstly, because the time has come to end the slavery you were in, of these people who arrived here and dominated the planet and separated you from the source, and whose main objective was exactly that, to destroy the planet, to shake the universe. So I ask you, this whole process that was done and has been going on for many years, what was it for? So now we arrive and look at all this and remain completely apathetic, standing still, watching it happen? We are not as foolish as you are making us out to be. We have long said that there are no more nuclear weapons, they have all been destroyed. We have said this a long time ago. If we came in here to avoid this, would we be foolish and naive enough to leave everything running? We've been here for a long time and they know it. The leaders are no longer on the planet, those who are here are the lackeys who served them for a long time, and who are still the owners. Yes, they think they own the planet. Attempts will always exist, because they don't admit that they lost, they will try everything. Now it's up to you, who know the whole story from the beginning, to make a choice, believe what is being shown or believe what has been said from the beginning. Who are you going to believe? Who manipulates the news? What is the biggest source of the news you receive? Think about it. There is a lot behind all this that is happening that you have no idea about. We are not saying that we agree with what is happening, we are just asking you not to enter into this energy. Enough is enough for the rest of the planet to breathe fear of a final war. Do you think we didn't know that? Do you think this was not foreseen? We would like you all to trust us more, and not get carried away by the manipulated scenes you are receiving. The conflict exists, it's not a lie, but the reasons and the ways and means are not what is shown. I sincerely hope that the human race learns something from this conflict. The union between peoples should be for peace, not war. Unite diplomatically to bring peace, no longer armed to continue the war. Understand what is happening. When you want peace, you raise the white flag, you don't send a bomb. So look closely at what those who say they seek peace are doing, and who are those at the forefront of this entire process. Who are the great powers of your planet, those whose leaders and rulers are exactly the representatives of their enslavers. We couldn't expect anything different. You ask us, how far will they go? And I answer, as far as humanity wants. We can't do anything. Humanity needs to rise up against war, for peace. Humanity has to scream no. Humanity needs to stand up and say enough is enough. We won't be the ones to do that. You are the ones who need to take control of the situation, not us. There are no active nuclear weapons, there are none, this is a bluff. Now, and very importantly, they know this. So be very careful with what you are feeling and emanating. Make a big uprising for peace. Don't take sides on any side. Nobody is right. It's not up to you to judge anyone either. Stand up for peace. Shout, we want peace, not war. Shout, we want peace, not war. You are the ones who need to take the lead. Scream for peace, not war. And we keep saying, the world will fall out there and you will land on your feet. If you focus on what is needed at that moment, which is your path, your journey. Difficulties will come, yes, everything has a result, but it is part of the process. Life on the planet will become increasingly difficult, we are not deluding you. So what you need to do is focus on your journey, so that the moment comes when you can effectively ascend to the fifth dimension. And everyone else who stayed here vibrating war, vibrating hatred, stay where you are, and it will definitely continue. Take your walks of light, of love. There are deaths and suffering. It's not up to you to suffer each other's pain. The moment, I already said this, is a selfish moment, everyone thinks about themselves. Because whoever lets themselves be carried away by the sea of fear and dread will mix with them, and it will be very difficult for you to get back on the path to ascension. So focus on your walks, nothing else. What we are going to do or what we are not going to do, don't expect us to come here and tell you any of the point. We are not stopped. The board remains open on the table and we are all gathered around it. We have not abandoned you, we have not abandoned this planet and we will not. This planet will ascend, this planet will not be destroyed, and whoever is ready will ascend along with it. We need you to believe this. What happens tomorrow is tomorrow's problem. Live today, the now, the moment, and keep vibrating only light.